This is Ben C, and today, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Today I have an update video on my Kirby. I was vacuuming about last night, I think, yeah. And I was vacuuming my cat's scratching post. Also, it's got a few scratches now. Not because of the cat, but I ran it under something by accident on both sides. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. This is also the height adjustment just goes. Oh, now it makes a lighter. Yep, there we go. Okay. So I was vacuuming with the hose attached, and I turned it on, off multiple times because I saw some white sparks. Well, just today, I took it apart. This afternoon, I took it apart, and I found some pretty nasty stuff in this thing. Now there was a foam seal. If you own a Kirby and you've opened it up, there is a foam seal and a cardboard backing for that foam seal. And it either deteriorated on yours or yours was opened before. One of those, and it was just accidentally taken off and wasn't put back on. Or you just forgot that you took it off. I don't know. But I opened it up and my foam seal was literally had not been touched. At least it had not been touched since, I don't know, the 1968, or not 1968, 1970 at least. So, because it wasn't like mush, it was more like brittle, literally. The foam was brittle. So I said, you know what, I'm tossing the foam, I'll keep the cardboard backing. Now, the way I cleaned it was I took this back off, and to my surprise, there was a lot more than I was expecting. So let's go over some of the stuff I found in there. This is just very little of compared to what I found. Oh, that, and that is what I found. That I have left over anyway. The vacuum I used was my Generation 3, and it didn't have most of its attachments, so I had to use my Generation 6's attachments. Now, I'll eventually have to make a review of my Generation 6, but sadly I can't right now because it's disassembled, and the motor for that is in the Generation 3. Because the motor, so on and so forth. Anyway, I blew it all out with the Kirby attached, reversed into a blower. And so far it hasn't sparked, although I only turned it on once. But I'm going to turn it on again, not in this video, but in I don't know, maybe a demo. But oh, one other thing, the box where you button it closed instead of it just like being an open square on the newer ones, or where it velcros or whatever, if there is one that does that, or just slides closed. Well, the button is ripped off, the handle is snapped open, as in like the cardboard finally gave way on one side of the handle, as well as I tried to take some tape off that I put on there, and it was tape that was supposed to not stick to anything too strong that it would rip it, but it did. Another thing, if I didn't mention this in any other videos, is that I had to replace this seal right here on the brown coupler, and not coupler, cover plate to keep all the dust in besides the bag. I washed the bag a second time. The seal in this thing is still good. I have to polish it again. If you didn't notice, I had the bulb replaced. It's much shorter than the original style. They were about to where my finger stops, the bottom of my finger, the inner part of my finger anyway. So So, oh, and I got this back on. If I didn't say it in another video, I screwed this up. Sorry, I meant messed this up. And I pretty much I just pretty much was dremeling, like polishing with the buffing wheel for the Dremel, because I got a really nice kit for a Dremel, and I got for Christmas it was this last Christmas, and I accidentally went one time, and then I was buffing over here because I was like, oh, so I decided, you know what, maybe I should go someplace, and all of a sudden it went this way, and then of course I had to go one more time. So I had 3 black marks and 1 faint brown mark. Sorry. And then I sanded them down. I put some clear nail polish on there. I don't know if you could, yeah. So I accidentally touched it in a few places, and it smudged. That's okay, because I can just use nail polish remover if I really wanted to get that detailed. There are a few lump spots, and then the other thing was that there was a pin that had snapped off right here. There's no pins down this strip. It's only one right here, here, and here. And then on the back, very back. So if I would, yeah, I can just lift this up easily. I can't without nails, but you can do it. And if you're not a vacuum collector, the bumper is pretty good. It's still squishy.